Morning, everybody. 10 a.m. September 24th. Yesterday was a choppy day. Had a balanced range. Um, Actually, the range was only like 23.25 points yesterday. It's not a very big range. Overnight's range has been bigger than that. It's almost been 30 points. Um, so, a bigger move in the overnight. However, we're getting ready to go right back into balanced range. So, we're just queuing up for a big move. That's really all what's going on right now. Um, let's get into this. What else is going on today? Let's see here. Not much on the news front. There is some news front in China we'll talk about. Um, but without further ado, let's just get into it. Welcome to my channel. My name is Steven Gonzalez. I use volume profile, market profile to find structures in the market, along with supply and demand, gamma exposure levels, the most traded price of the month. Actually, the year, the month, the week, and the previous day. That's my edge. It's how I read the market. Okay. And hopefully you guys can join me. I do this every day at 10 a.m. Please subscribe, set an alert. That would mean a lot trying to get more subscribers to my channel, right? So hopefully you can have a cup of coffee, tea, drive. When you're driving, I recap what happened yesterday. I go over what's going on in the morning, leaders and laggards. Maybe we go over some upgrades, downgrades, economic calendar, market news, and then we get into daily charts, and then we do the main event at about 8:30. That's where I do the ES and the Nasdaq futures analysis. All right, that's where I set up my game plan for long and short trade scenarios. And then, of course, when the market opens, nobody knows what information that will give us, but that's when I make those decisions. Now, when I make those decisions, I do day trades, right? And then I make shorts of those. I make reels of those of why I took them. So please check out my YouTube. All right, and you can also check out my TikTok. All right, now of course, if you enjoy my content, please give me a big thumbs up or a like. That would mean a lot. You could always follow me on X. That's at Gonzo719, and you could follow me, of course, on TikTok at Gonzo719 Trader and check out those trades. All right, all right. I think we can get right into the watch list. Let's see what's going on in futures. All right, so we got crude pushing up. It pulled back yesterday, pushing up. Now China just cut rates. Okay, did a 50 point cut. All right, so that's spurring. That's one of the largest importers of crude. So that's spurring crude. Let's see what's going on. 10-year yield is pushing up again at 3.78. It's up 1.39%. Bitcoin's up slight. Well, I just moved on me. Silver's up 0.39. Bitcoin's up 0.36. The VIX is up 0.31. The VIX is slightly below 16. Russell's up 0.21. Nasdaq's up 0.16. The Dow's up 0.12. ES pretty much flat, but up 0.08. The dollar is up 0.04. Gold is pretty much flat, only down 0.08, holding way above the 2600. 30-year bonds being sold, down 0.67%. In Ether is down 1.35%. Okay, moving on to the Mag 7 Plus. Look at Tesla. Tesla's been on a tear. They are up 1.61%. Apple's up 0.65. Coinbase up 0.61. Google's up 0.23. Okay, is there laggards? There is. Um, Really, we got Boeing's battling strikes, okay, and Snowflake. I saw they did some convertible notes, so that is not good for the stock right now. Down 2.66. That's at like I want to say that's at way over 52-week lows. That's just Snowflake's been getting battered. Okay, let's move on. Top sector stocks. We got Cat. Now I don't trying to think about why they're up so much. I know John Deere, Trump was threatening them with 200% tariffs if they go to Mexico. Maybe that's pushing CAD up. That's my guess. Okay. Salesforce got an upgrade, I believe. Chevron. There's my baby Chevron. I nibbled on that. Um, Hit a 50, almost a 52-week low. Now you got to think what's going on with our markets, right? That is a nice dividend-paying stock, and crude was bottoming. Remember I talked about that, and China just cut. So Chevron getting some love here. Again, not financial advice, just what I'm is doing. Did that a while ago. Now we got Uber's up 0.94. That's the number two holding in industrials, believe it or not. Walmart's up 0.83. That's been a monster. Exxon's up 0.72. Okay, Qualcomm's up 0.55. Now, is there a laggard? Yes. Costco, it's not big time Costco, but Costco is down 0.23. They have got a downgrade, believe it or not. And Visa has got an antitrust lawsuit. They're down 2.21%. Okay, that's what's going on there. I don't have MasterCard in that list, but I don't know if there's sympathy. I don't. That's because it's Visa. I don't know if that the sympathy is working with MasterCard there. I haven't checked the MasterCard, but let's look at swing trade list here. Let's look at the leaders. That's no surprise, Baba. Um, I did own Baba, but I got out of it because it was just horrible. But looks like China. Let's see. Baba's up to 95. So then you got Alcoa up 4.5. That's the aluminum. Las Vegas Sands. That's Las Vegas Sands, I believe, because China. All right, this makes all sense now, right? Trying to cut rates. Las Vegas Sands, the win. You got casinos getting some love here, up 2.5%. Canada Goose up 2.38. Taiwan Semiconductors up 2.23. Lucid up 1.73. Micron up 1.58. I believe that's Hess up 1.5. Energy is getting love today. All right. Is that Lowe's, ConocoPhillips, Nike, Texas Instruments, Unity Software. All right, let's go with some laggards here. Who's lagging? I believe it's Hawaiian Electric. Let's see why. I don't really know why right now, but Carvana down 1.07, TLT down. All right, John Deere down because of Trump's comments. There's MasterCard. Now, it's not down as much as Visa, but it's in sympathy. Starbucks also got a downgrade, and we'll get into that later. One of the firms said that the new CEO takeover was blown. Too much was made of that. So, all right, that's enough of that. That's what's going on there. We'll go back to the top sectors. Go to leaders. Move over to the guts. This is why the market moves, right? Energy with China cutting that 50 base cut. Energy is up 1.08. All right. Semis is usually is a risk on market, up 0.65. Okay. Followed by basic materials, industrials. Now, who's lagging? Utilities. I mean, that's not really a big lagger. Okay. And that rounds out our watch lists. All right. That rounds out the watch lists. Now we can get over to some economic calendar. Okay, let's do it. All right, today, 9 a.m. Case-Shiller home prices. I'm not sure how much that's going to move the market. Then we have consumer confidence at 10 a.m., followed by API crude at 4:30. That's all we got today. Okay, that's really all we got. Now let's look at some news. So Boeing with the strikes. Here's the deer. Stock fell 1.1 after President Trump, Republican president candidate, on Monday threatened the agricultural manufacturer with a 200% tariff if it moves some production to factories in Mexico. Their Salesforce stock rose 1.7 after Piper Sandler upgraded its investment stance on the software company to overweight from neutral, noting the potential for free cash flow. Tesla stock rose 0.9, with Barclays expecting EV manufacturers' third quarter electric vehicle deliveries to jump 8% versus a year ago. Okay. Visa, there's the antitrust lawsuit. Snowflake stock fell 3.5 after the cloud data storage company announced plans for a private placement of 2 billion convertible notes. Here's the Starbucks news. Stock fell 1.6 after Jefferies downgraded its stance on the coffee chain to underperform from hold, saying its CEO-fueled rally was overdone. And here's why Lowe's was up. Stock rose 1.6 after Oppenheimer upgraded its stance on the retailer to outperform from perform, saying demand trends with home improvement tend to improve as lending rates moderate. That makes sense, right? Cutting rates. Good morning, Luis. Good morning, Luis. Let's see here. That's what's going on there. Now, I got some more news. Let's see if there's anything we can add here. It says FTC set the green light Chevron 53 billion buy of oil rival Hess. Okay. Um, that's what else is going on here. Yeah, I saw Meta's gonna have celebrities do AI chatbots. Judy Dench, John Cena, some of those people there. Let's see. U.S. finalizes 123 million chips award for Polar Semiconductor. Okay. It says U.S. Department of Justice to sue Visa over debit card market monopoly. Let's see here. Some Google news. Google is providing key capabilities for artificial intelligence assistant for Volkswagen drivers in a smartphone app, part of Google's strategy to win business by offering tools to build enterprise AI applications. All right. Just looking to see if there's anything else we can add here. That's the big move. There's the Hawaiian. All right. The company disclosed on Monday plans to sell up to 500 million worth of its common stock to help fund its part. There we go. That's why Hawaiian Electric is down. There's always a reason. Visa we know about. All right, Costco, Shake Shack cut. Ooh, Shake Shack. Shake Burton cuts target price. Interesting. Costco, I mean, raises target price, right? But they got a downgrade. So why don't we get into the upgrades and downgrades? Let's go to the upgrades. Upgrade, there's the Salesforce, neutral to overweight. Let's go to downgrades. We got Baidu, BP, Costco, downgraded from a buy to a hold. What else we got? That's all we got there. Let's go to initiations. Let's see here. Colgate, Palmolive, initiated at overweight. Let's see. That's about it there. Price target changes. Let's see those. Target raised. All right. Target lowered. This is not a good list here. Not a good list. All right. We can move over to this over here. And this does tell us downgrades. Let's see here. There's that Starbucks downgrade. Baidu. Let's see here. Let's go to upgrades here. Let's see on this list here. There's a Salesforce, Lowe's, Walmart. See, so this list gives me a little more. All right. Price target changes. Let's see. I'm just looking for 3M. Let's look for price target only. Let's see some Pfizer, Boeing. Looks like Verizon, but they're not big movers. I'm not going to mention if it's not a big mover. Let's see market chatter. I'm only going to mention stuff that I didn't mention that's moving markets. There's the Visa. We already know about it. And now I'm going to stop there. So now we can go right into daily charts. All right. There's not really much to talk about there in daily charts, but we will. We'll do it. Just a sea of dojis here. It's really what it is. It's like every session we open, we go up, we drop, and then we kind of just don't do nothing. Okay? Did I put that up there? I think I did, but let's just do it again. And let's go into daily charts. All right, let's zoom in a little bit here. Let's go. What's going on here, right? We pulled back basically to the breakout. And then yesterday we're basically bouncing, okay? Where are we at now? 570.30, 570.30. We're right at yesterday's highs. Okay, obviously that's just bullish. I mean, you can't say anything more about it. Let's go to the live look of futures. And look, you can see really the balancing happening in futures. Okay, last week's highs, right? We're within last week's range, and we're just balancing. All right, queuing up for another move, be it be up or down, most likely up, but I mean September seasonality is not playing out right now. Now, however, we still have September left, right? And October also was seasonally bearish. And what else do we have coming up? An election, right? So who knows what will happen? Okay, let's go to the Qs. Let's look at those Qs. Qs, it's Doji land again, right? But holding. Look at this is last week's range. Okay, a proportion of last week's range. There's last month's highs. That's been resistance. That 485. That's been resistance. Okay, you break that and hold. Yeah, we're probably going all time highs. So where we get now? 43.95. 483.95. We're at the upper. We're at the high. We're by the highs of yesterday. All right. So let's go to the Nasdaq futures. Let's look, and we're just bouncing. Right. Move up. Bounce. 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 Queuing up. Coiling like a spring. Getting ready to explode. Like I said, don't know if it's up. Don't know if it's down. We just have to see. All right. Now, what's interesting here is our triple-headed monster we're going to talk about here, which is the 10-year yield, the dollar, and the VIX. All right, let's go to that 10-year yield. Okay, it's a triple-headed right here. They called us the smart money, right? They call it the smart money. So we dial it back here. You see that swing low was taken out, right? But this move down was basically, I believe, rate cuts being baked in and probably some profit taking. Okay, can we move back up to 3.9? Okay, but then what do? We know the Fed's cutting rates. Most likely these yields will then go lower, but we just have to see. Okay, we just have to see. That's your 10-year yield. Let's go to the dollar. Here's our dollar, still in this logjam. What's it going to do? Don't know. Okay, don't know what it's going to do. There's the range. All right, we're talking about 101.80. Hey, what's up, G-Man? What, till about 100.5. What are we going to do in this mess here? Look at this choppy mess, right? What makes up the dollar? You got to look at the euro is the largest weight against the dollar, which is 57.6%. Let's see what that euro's doing. The same thing, right? Chopping around. Now, that yen carry trade, let's look at the yen. That yen is pulled back. Okay. Let's go to our third head of the triple-headed monster. That's our VIX. And our VIX is under 16. Now, let's zoom in here. All right, under 16. Now, we're basically at 16. So, still expecting a 1% expected move plus or minus in the S&P 500. Remember, the VIX is 30 days out of fear. So, we're not out of the woods yet. If we drop and go down to 15, we go below 15, 200-day moving average at 14. All right, then there's no fear. But we got an election coming. I expect to have a volatility pick up in the end of September into October, then into the election in November. All right, I don't expect this to fall out of bed. All right, I don't expect that. I'd be shocked because look, there's so much indecision. Who knows who's going to be the president? It's kind of up in the air. All right, moving on. Moving on to the main event. All right, let's talk about the main event. That's our market profile, Varna profile, ES and Nasdaq futures. All right, let's do it. Here we go. All right, we're balancing here, folks. Okay. Here's our profile. Now, remember, this is a rolling profile. So we got this thin elephant holding up a toothpick here. Let's bring in Elfie a little bit. All right. Now, this is bullish. We're holding it up here, but we do have a toothpick holding us up. All right. Now, you can see once we're rolling, right? This is rolling. So that thin volume, but then basically you get into the meat and we're balancing, right? Most trader price of the week is right here. Where's price? Right there. All right, so that's a magnet, right? It's a magnet, and we do have some levels we could talk about, but that's price right there, right? We made an attempt to go higher in the overnight. We came right back down to the magnet. That's the most traded price of the week. Okay, most traded price of the month still down here, 5,700. Okay, so the market in the near term has moved the most traded price of the week up. That's bullish. All right, right when that happens, you got to tip your hat to the bulls. Tip your hat to the bulls. All right. Now, as far as yesterday, now you want to talk about a bell curve. That's all you got to do is do this. Look at that. Look at that beautiful profile. That's a bell curve, right? That's part of the reason I talk about the weekly composite profile, right? Because yesterday is a mini version of how the profile looks over the last week. Okay? Perfect profile. Now, I did short up in here a couple times, made some profits. Was hoping to get a move to break this to get lower. It just didn't happen. Just didn't happen. Green on the day, but you know, it sucks when you see a lot of open P&L and then you get stopped. All right. Good morning, Chief. Good morning, Chief. All right. Hey, I got three to clan here. I don't know if Muhammad is in the room or K Trader. That would be nice. Anyway, all right. Let's talk about yesterday. It was just balanced. Okay, balanced day around the most traded price. Not a surprise. Not a surprise at all. All right. And this profile pretty much looked like this all day. And when you have a profile look like that, and the internals are not that strong, they're mixed. I stepped away and I said, this is probably the range for the day, and it was. So you got to know. I was going to get into a Kenny Rogers song there. All right, let's talk about some levels. All right, let's talk about some levels. We got weak low here, folks. We got a poor low right here. That's a double bottom in the overnight. That needs to be corrected. All right. We got our yesterday's low. So let's say 57.63. Write that level down in futures. 57.63. That's a weak low. Okay. Confluence low, weak low, right? Bulls got to defend that. Now we have a demand zone right here. So bulls got to defend that, right? What do we have above us? Okay. We have overnight, got supply right here. Now you look to the left and you got our push up here at 57.97. So 57.93 to 57.97, sellers got to step up here or we're going into new all-time high territory. It's really what it's about. Okay. It's really what it's about. Now, what makes this week low even stronger? Remember yesterday what I talked about? Wait a minute, is this an overnight session? That's an overnight session. Let me think about what I said yesterday. No, scratch that. Scratch that. So 57.63 to 61. That's you got that poor low. Now just let me show you, break it out so everybody, I'm sure the three of you guys know what I'm talking about here. And we'll make it a little smaller so the bars get thicker. Right there. See, there's that double bottom right there in 30-minute bars. Right there. That needs to be corrected. And look, it's perfect with the RTH low of yesterday. If we come to revisit this, if the market's weak, we should flush down into this demand. Okay? If the market's weak. If it's not weak, we push a little down. Could be a bear trap. And then you get long. Okay? Okay. Oop. Why is that saying that? Come on. There we go. All right. All right. So, I think we can go right into scenarios here. Markets defying gravity. Yes, they are. Very hard to be a short. I mean, yesterday it was there, but I mean, it's the not easiest thing to do here, short this market. All right. I mean, day trade, yes, but long term, oof, been tough. Okay, let's get into scenarios. Start with the bull. Bulls are in control, so we'll start with it. Now, we have prices here, folks. We have our 57.63 to 61 level, right? Where does that line up with this demand zone, right? Bulls got to step up there. That's a weak low, okay? If we got a weak market, now what I mean by that is not bearish, just weak for the day, we can push down here, okay? But remember, this is the bull case. So what would I like to see? All right, now, whenever you have the most traded price right here in the middle, kind of acts like a middle of a seesaw, okay? Usually, if it's not in balance, that this is a big time resistance or a big time support level. Could still be, but usually when it's in the middle of a balance area, you can kind of go back and forth through it. So what I would like to see, whatever we do up here, come through here, and if we test in here, I want to see what the market does. Okay, what does it do when it comes to these levels? Does it just bounce off and a higher low, higher low? Then yeah, we can try to test the overnight high and try to go for all-time highs. All right, that's one. Now, when I say this, remember, market's not perfect. We can also do this, recover, higher low, go up. Okay, because when you do that, you tend to get suck in. You suck in bears and think that, oh, I'm shorting a low, and then they get their faces ripped off. All right. Now, what else can I see? Let's say if you want to be conservative, boom, wait for it to hold this level, and then we could possibly go up. I mean, you got supply here. All right. Now, the other one that I said before, even if we take out this, we do this, and you push down into this demand. I would consider this the balance low, right around 57.40. If the market isn't super weak, right? Let's just say this is a nice flush and the market recovers. Oop, higher low, higher low. We're going to go back here at least to the mean. All right, you're going to at least go back to 57.76. And then maybe you do this. I don't know. Now, that's what I see, right? That's what I see. Now let's go to the shorts, okay? Which is tough road for the shorts. Tough road for the shorts here. All right, so you got supply here, okay? Now again, we're in balance, so play the edges. Right? Let's say we work our way up, and you got a little bit of a weak high here. Now, I know you guys, there's two different weak highs. There's a weak high where it lines up with another thing, or a weak high just means you don't have excess. When you have less than 2 TPOs of excess right here, that's a weak high. So we can just come through, boop, get rejected, get some lower highs, revisit the most traded price of the week and yesterday, and then what do we look for? Remember, it's the inverse, 57.63 to 61 right there. Okay, this is what you got to look for. Do you bust through this demand zone, and do you find acceptance below the level? If you do, we're going to revisit those balance lows. Okay, again, this is the bearish scenario, so we could bounce from here, like I said in my bullish case. But what if we take out this demand and start holding? Well, guess what? Who comes into play? Alfie. Elephant on a stick. All right? Because look at the volume that's holding up this market. It's almost razor thin. So you're going to go right back to 5,700. Now, again, I have to put this in there because, you know, if I'm short somewhere up here and I'm just trailing, ooh boy, but I love that. Okay? But I don't know. Okay? I don't know. If you go through that, woof, got to put it in there. That's a big time reversal. Okay? Don't know. That's why we do scenarios, if thens, right? All right, let's move on to the NASDAQ. Let's see how that looks compared to the ES. Okay. Now, like I said before, there's a lot of overhead supply in the NASDAQ. Okay, we're not at all-time highs. You see all this red up here, right? That's just supply zone, supply zone. It's just tough sledding for the NASDAQ. Tough sledding. Let's look at the profile. Now, we got the Alfie, the thin volume, and then here. Okay? But we know the market moved the most traded price up here, right? Bullish. It's bullish. To 270 is that level. Okay? Where's price? Right there. Okay? But they're giving us a beautiful level here. So from 218 to 222, weak low right there. Confluence low right there. Demand zone, just like in the ES, right here. What do you do when you come to that level? That's what it's about, okay? Now, you do have somewhat of a weak high up here. Let's just say this area here, it's been resistant. Can't get it. That's that 485 in the QQQ, okay? Can't get out of there. And there's a big time supply there. There's big time supply there. It's every time it comes up there, it just gets sold. Okay? So it's very, the SPY doesn't have no resistance ahead of it, above, and the Qs have a bunch of resistance above it. That's what we're talking about, all right? Now, inventory don't mean nothing here. That's no edge for us today. That's no edge for us today. It's really this 201.64 and 202 right here. The sellers step up again, or do we have to take this supply up to do anything? Okay. All right. Let's just see here. I think that's our levels today. Yeah, I'm really liking that. Really, really liking that. All right, let's get into scenarios. Everything making sense? I know G-Man's been watching for a while. He probably knows exactly what I'm talking about. Luis, I don't know how new you are to profile, market profile, volume profile. I don't know how new to you. G-Man's loving it. I don't know if Luis is still here, but I know Rosita's probably driving. Very busy woman. Let's see here. All right, let's talk about, I don't even know if I put that up there. If I didn't, I'm going to do it again. I apologize. Having a little brain fart there. All right, let's talk about the bull. Let's talk about the bull. We already know, right? 218 to 222 in its demand. Bull's got to defend here. Okay, and it could be as simple as we come down here and it just gets bought up. And then guess what? You got this area up here that you need to crack through that and break out of that supply. Could it happen today? Could. Right? Now, like I said, you also have a naked VPOC, which is an untested most traded price of a week down here. So we could kiss that too and be like, whoop, and then just recover, hold, and go up. Okay. Now you do have a very far down to a demand zone here. It's very far. Okay, so this is a little more. If we drop all the way down here, we still could get bought. So I got to put it in there. So if we come down here and just go whip down here, right, this would cause some weakness because this is a farther way to go. You just have to see how the market handles it. Okay, if you do one of these, whoop, higher low, you're going to go back to the mean at least. Okay, that is the bulls, right? That is the bulls case. Now, if we're talking about the shorties, right, we got 202, right, to 201.64. That's the area sellers got to step up. We're already in supply. That supply has been holding, okay? Already in supply. Okay? Now, price is right in the middle of the overnight session. All right, so what do you want to see here? Okay, remember, we got the weak low here. Okay? It's all about that weak low. It's all about here. So, two things can happen. We can come up here into supply, come into this area. Whoop, seller step in, lower high, lower high. We're going to test the most traded price, right? If we break that, you're going to test that week low of 201, 200. I think I just 16, I think to 22. Okay. If you break that demand, you hold. You start accepting price below this. That is bearish. We're most likely going to go down and test this demand zone. Okay. Now, if you take this demand zone out, it's not good. All right. Not good for bulls. It's Elfie. Elfie. Look at that little razor thin volume here from that gap up right here. Okay, take this out. This is the most traded price of the month still. That should probably matter much because of this thin volume. It might, let me say that again. It might. You might get this. But if you take that out, and wow, it's not going to be good. We could really run. Okay, we could really run. Because remember, the last 2 weeks of September are usually even more bearish. So, like I said, I got to put it in there. Doesn't mean it has to happen. Okay? Doesn't mean it at all. Zero. All right. Anybody have any questions? Because I'm probably pretty much done. Probably pretty much done here. Oh, I'll just leave you with this. You don't have to come up here. Okay? We could definitely just come down here. Same thing. And it's the same game plan. Okay? Boop, 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 boop. Okay? All right. I think that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed that today. All right, please, 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 if you enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up and a like. All right, I'm edging towards 200 subs. I'm edging. I think I'm at 184 or 3 or something like that. Hopefully, I know you guys are already probably subscribed, so that doesn't matter. But if you're new and you haven't said hi, hit the subscribe button. All right, do me a favor. I'm trying to build it. I'm trying to give some knowledge here. Trying to just share over these almost 6 years that probably 5.5 of doing profiles. So I feel it's just an edge that not a lot of people know, right? Doesn't mean you have to do it my way. That's just the way I prefer to look at the market. All right. So please, oh, what did I do here? I might have did this again. My brain's not 100% right now. So maybe you subscribe twice. Can you do that? I don't know. All right. You also can follow me on Twitter at Gonzo719. And remember, if you want to look at some of the day trades, right? And I remember there's other ones that I profit on that I don't feel are as educational, so I don't put them. So the ones that I feel have some good value, I put on my YouTube Shorts. I put on my TikTok. Okay, so please check out TikTok Gonzo719 Trader. Already on my YouTube, you can check out my shorts. I don't know why they don't get views. I got to figure that out. I used to get a lot of views on those. If I did them, I get like almost none. I don't know why that is. I got to check that out. All right. Now just remember Alfie. Just remember Alfie. All right. Because if that move happens, woo, that's going to be a nice one. But doesn't mean it has to. It will be a nice one though. Okay. That's why I bring it up in every day because of that toothpick. All right. Very important. All right, everybody. Everybody have a great day. Hope it's green day for you guys. Hopefully it's green day. All right. Just sit back. Let the data come in. Let the data come in. We've got our game plan. And see you guys tomorrow.